Down there. Good. Down there. I'll be a piston. I'll be a piston.
YouTube, good morning. We're back for another episode of Operation Mass, featuring my beautiful Mickey Mouse robe. Look at this, I even got, I can't tell if, yeah, my name's right here. It's got the back. It is wonderful. Shout out my wonderful girlfriend for this gift. So I'm going to post up some videos of the pole workout that I did yesterday. My lady was there logging it. It was a pretty good workout. That was Tuesday. It is Wednesday morning, just after 5:30 right now. So episode 5 of Operation Mass, we have our coffee, which this morning was this small lot coffee, cherry and brown sugar from Trader Joe's. Whole bean, small lot coffee. This is pretty good. And then I have a little bit of chocolate caramel Coffee Mate Zero, 10 grams in there, finishing off my morning drink, as always. But yeah, so Tuesday was pull, Wednesday is another rest day, because I rest before and after my pull days. So on today, we're gonna take that, again, rest day, so cardio, 25 minutes on the incline treadmill. We're gonna do abs, mobility work, and then we're also gonna go get some dry needling done today, try to improve our mobility, get better range of motion, and just prime the body. So all aspects, we're trying to become better in the gym performance-wise through body work, dry needling, stretching, mobility work, rolling out, all the above. It also, you know, is good for recovery, helps you with injury prevention, and, you know, just a plethora of benefits there. We will be meal prepping some flank steak and a rice cooker full of rice. Plenty of work to do. And that's about it. Tomorrow we have leg day B. And so the leg day B is a little bit more adductor and hamstring and glute focused compared to our leg day A, which is a little more quad focused. The leg day A we did Saturday, posted some of that. My legs are still a little sore from Saturday. It's Wednesday morning. I'm still feeling it. It's tight for sure. I was sore in the glutes, the adductors, the hamstrings, and the quads, all 4. Mostly in the quads though. So it's a well executed quad focused leg day. But anyway, in this pull day, we started out with a pull up, neutral grip, so more of like a kind of chin up right here. Dragging through the lats out of the hole, really just trying to keep the tension in the lats the whole time. You see, I don't go into a full stretch with locked elbows because I feel like you lose tension in the lats there. You're gonna start when you grab to go back up in the concentric, you're gonna grab with your rear delts, your traps, your rhomboids, your biceps, your brachialis, your forearms, rather than if you just keep that tension in the lat. It's tougher. You got to keep your core tight, and I think that's been the toughest thing over the last 10 weeks is keeping my core tight when I go to fail, not letting my rib cage flare up and let other muscles take over. Anyway, 3 sets there. We progressed in weight by removing more weight. I can do them weighted, I can do them body weight, but the connection, the form is not nearly as good, so we're just going to keep progressing with that form. I think next week maybe do a set on body weight, we'll see. Body weight this morning while I'm on that topic was 226.8. Still dropping a little bit of weight here. I think again that's just that water weight and sodium from the Italian food meal. I could see my weight going down a couple more pounds over the span of the rest of this week, but we'll see. Haven't really had that big sweat at night that I normally do after a cheat meal. A couple days after, I'll have a really big sweat for a night or two and kind of drop all the weight. So after that pull-up, normally right there, it's supposed to be a hammer strength pullover machine. It was taken, didn't feel like waiting, so we did the rope pullover, which actually felt really good. 2 sets of 8 to 10 there. Again, all my sets are pretty much straight sets. I have a couple muscle rounds. I'll do some partials here and there, but no drop sets, no rest pause. I might get 1 assisted rep here or there, but it's high intensity, low volume, kind of 10 to 14 working sets per. Each set 2 failure. So the second set there, that last rep was an absolute grinder rep, and it kind of taxed me for the rest of the workout a little bit. But we still performed and we still progressed on weight. So after that cable pull over 2 sets there, we went into our main drivers, the quote unquote gauntlet of rows. So 2 sets on barbell row, we progressed. We did 245 this week for 10, and then we backed off to a plate 35, really letting those lats stretch east to west and kind of wrap around that spine, not letting the traps and shoulders come over the top and take over to keep that movement in the erectors, that mid back, the lats, the thickness of it. Staying a little bit closer to 90, keeping the weight in the hips and just letting those lats stretch and contract. 2 sets there. Moved over the mega mass row, which might be my favorite back movement right now. I connect with it really well. Again, just trying to keep those shoulders down, traps down. When I'm stretching here, that's the end of my range of motion. I want to be able to stretch kind of here through the lats and then pull right back through the lats without stretching here and getting the traps over the top. Keep it all in the lats. So we did 3 plates at a 10, progressed in weight, added that 10 on there. I think it backed off at 2 and a 25. You don't need to take the mega mass row and throw 5-6 plates on it and dry hump the thing with your traps. Your back's not going to grow. I know firsthand because I used to do it. 2 sets there, then moved over to single arm dumbbell row, rip and grip the 100s, and then backed off at the 85s. I've been really liking the back offset on the single arm dumbbell row because backs, number one, it's already toasted. There's a shit ton of blood just floating around. And then after going a heavier set, backing off 10, 20 pounds. I think last week I did 80s on the back off. This week I did 85. Something you can control and do for 15 to 20 reps and just squeeze the shit out of the lat on that. Try to keep the shoulders decently square. Your grip's going to be neutral even as it falls back towards the middle. You don't want it rotating. You want it to try to keep it here. Almost let it leak to the middle to hit that lat and then just drag that shit with your lat back to your hip. So good pump backing off on the to the 85s. Went over to reverse pec deck, 3 sets of 15 to 20 there, and then a barbell shrug, 3 sets of like 8 to 12, and that finished us off. Came home, had an eggnog flavored creamy with chocolate peanut butter cream of rice. Life's so hard. Yeah, so we'll check in again on Sunday. We'll see if there's another diet increase. We'll see if some of these longer esters start to kick in because they have not. Continue to check every box. Like I said, mobility work, the abs, all that core training before push and pull and on rest days is adding up. The cardio to maintain heart health, to maintain gym performance, and then just stick into the diet, right? My hunger is still very high. You know, I'm still scraping every plate and licking every bowl. But that's where we want to be, is increase food slightly as we go on and see these changes, better pumps, better strength, continue to improve performance in the gym while staying pretty lean, keeping body composition in a good spot, and staying hungry, staying insulin sensitive. I did order a glucose monitor that I'll be playing around with today. I'll be taking 2 readings of that Sunday morning for Tommy. We're going to start doing that. If there's anything that's off, we'll do a couple readings throughout the day, a couple of times a day for a week to kind of see where it's fluctuating and why, because you can get a false high on a glucose monitor. They're not super accurate, but it's going to be off. It's not going to be exact, especially these at-home ones. But what it's going to show you is trends, right? So if you're trending upwards, then you obviously that's not a good sign, because it will catch trends, and it will give you that a close-ish number as well. We're not using insulin right now, no Lantus, no Humalog, nothing like that. But just for our knowledge, we just want to keep the body in that sweet spot for growth. That is the key for the next year and a half. Sweet spot for growth, sweet spot for growth. If we got to pull back, we'll pull back, prime the body to grow again, and do another push, which I think is probably going to be 2 pushes over the span of this 18 months. really about all I got for you. Might meal prep some flank later. Might show you a meal or something like that. So I'll see you back at some point. Like I said, I'm gonna go knock out this cardio, this abs, this mobility. I'm gonna work for a few hours, have meal 1, go get this body work done, dry needling. I gotta go to Fry's to get a couple things. We're running low on our navel oranges that I get with meal 2. We could use some more coffee creamer, some more waters, some more diet soda, and I want to say like spinach. So pretty small, odd grocery list. But we'll run over there as well after body work or after dry needling, get that knocked out. And then yeah, we'll just be hanging around the house all day doing housewife shit. Be doing some laundry, be doing some sweeping, and then just working, making that money machine go so we could do this, so we can bodybuild. I got a few books ordered as well. So this is my BG's Book of Bodybuilding right here. This is my like cheat sheet, my notebook. So I have different notebooks for a bunch of different things for bodybuilding. I have one for, you know, my first prep. I got one for my second prep, my reverse. Had one for my old bulk, lost it. I have a new one for this growth season, off season of 2026 that I'm working in. I also have my logbook in my gym bag that tracks all the lifts, right? All the movements. And then there's this, which is like my encyclopedia that has training, nutrition, PEDs, peptides, fat loss, sweep, stuff on estrogen, rebounds, blood glucose, fertility, hair loss, blood pressure, case studies. What else we got? Health supplements, waist control, digestion, nutrition, training. I mean, it's everything. So I ordered some more books as well to read up and expand my knowledge. I'm listening to probably anywhere from 5 to 10 podcasts a day, mostly speaking on the X's and O's of bodybuilding. I do not want to leave this space when I'm done competing. I want to build a very successful bodybuilding competing career and then transition into coaching. And there's probably going to be some type of synergy with that of when I become successful enough with bodybuilding that my coaching career can probably kickstart, and then I can carry that into retirement of my bodybuilding career and continue to coach. I love the ability to change someone's body through diet, nutrition, and supplementation. And training. I think it's awesome. It's super tough. It's always changing. There's always something that's going to be different. People's DNA structure is different, and the way someone reacts to a certain food 1 year is not the same when they react to another food or a piece of cardio equipment or train or whatever. The body is constantly changing. But I will show you what books I got. So I have Everything You Need to Know About Fat Loss by Chris Aceto. I've read that. Majority of my knowledge, like I said, has just been through podcasts. You know, I had some old anatomy books, had some old nutrition books back in college that I read through that kind of started my interest back when I was 18. But I felt like diving into some literature a little bit more. So if anyone has any good recommendations for bodybuilding books, drop them below. But so we got Strength Training Anatomy ordered. The 4th edition by Frederick Del Valliere, maybe some French guy. We got the Anabolics 11th edition by William Llewellyn. And then we're also going to get Bigger, Leaner, and Stronger by Michael Matthews. Probably going to get the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding by Arnold, just to kind of have on hand and have that knowledge. I don't think it's going to be bad. And then I'm thinking about getting a book called Figure Secrets. The majority of the research I've done, what I look into, the case studies, the practice runs I do, the people that I have worked with, all men. So my wealth of knowledge on the women's side of things is not nearly as extensive. I do, obviously, you're going to come across some stuff on women and women's hormones, the way they react with certain supplements, foods, training differences, pain, hormones, all that. Yes, I've picked up on that over the last 8 years of reading through this type of stuff and listening, but not nearly to the extent of men. So I want to try to, I wouldn't mind coaching bikini athletes, but I think I'd be more catered towards the harder core bodybuilding side of female bodybuilding. So women's physique, figure, women's bodybuilding, and maybe even wellness. I wouldn't mind getting in those divisions because those chicks get after it. The bikini ones, yeah, like it just doesn't take the same level of building muscle and cutting down and dieting. I think you can diet a bikini girl. Anyone can get one of those bikini girls in shape. You don't have to be that knowledgeable, dude. You just feed them 1,500 calories and a bunch of Clen, apparently, and that's good, because that's what I hear coaches doing, and it's awful. These girls, yeah, it's so bad. They're creating terrible eating habits the rest of their lives by just crash dieting these girls, giving them some thermogenics and calling it a day because they're lazy. But I just mean from the love of the sport, more on that hardcore side. The men's, I'd even take, men's physique guys for sure. Because I've seen some men's physique guys that train like freaking animals. So, but I think it'd be more, I'd love more open bodybuilders for sure. Classic, men's physique, figure, wellness, women's bodybuilding. But hey, for now, I'll take what I can get. I'll see you back later for some meals.
14.